What's up, dudes? I'm gonna pop some picture cards while we're talking about the concept of twin flames. Now, we've talked about this a bunch of times before, but we're gonna talk about it again. There's a lot of new people to the channel. I just heard that some of my links in the comments may not work. If you have an iPhone, it might get a little tricky. For some reason, iPhones sometimes link, sometimes don't in YouTube. If you have a Droid, it should probably work, or a PC. That's why I do put the titles of the videos that Spirit wants you to watch above the links in case. I also have a hacker with IT skills, and so I don't know if this is the hacker doing this. The links did work, but now they're not. Yeah, and the triggered thumbs downer is attacking again. So, with that said, let's just talk about twin flames again. There's a lot of twin flame, like BS, all over the place. This is my card for an Earth Angel. So, if you've had a run-in with who you think may be your twin flame, it might have shook you. This is an energy that you have never felt before. And it might have shook you so hard, it awakened you. And those who are not awakened can't conceptualize the awakening. So you have like double whammies happening. So what we have to remember is the twin flame journey is a solo journey. So what usually happens is you meet who you think your twin flame is. This energy is so fucking weird. You're bonded to them in this really intense way. Like really intense way. And the person seems really nice. They want to like bond back with you. And then just all of a sudden they'll flip it on you. And it's like they'll discard you. And then you're sitting there with an aching open heart, annihilated, thrown away, ignored. Yeah. So the first part of that solo time that you're feeling may be very sad. You may remember this person from your past life and they don't remember you. It's my card for the masculine. All he can do is think about the feminine while they're at work. So then they ghost you, dip you, abandon you, leave you. And you're stuck by yourself with an aching heart, wondering if they're ever going to come back. Your person that you finally met from your past life that you remember, but they don't remember you. This is where people get it wrong. Well, that's the other half of my soul. And I just have to wait for them to do their healing and then they'll come back. I'll hold a spot for them. It just takes them a long time. Yeah. So, spiritual awakening, that person, if that resonates, that person most likely was not your twin flame. That person was a twin flame catalyst. And that interaction with that person and that weird energy was to send you on a very brutal spiritual awakening. So that person may have been very narcissistic, very mean, very careless with your feelings. They may have just been a taker. And you may have projected onto that person what you wanted them to be. And they knew that, and they were shape-shifting to kind of fill that so they could get something out of you. That's what the catalyst is. They're a narcissist too. So, why does Spirit send these narcissists in your path? To fuck with your mind. It's not to fuck with your mind. It's when the disrespect is so blatant in your face, it forces you to reflect on how people are treating you. And it forces you on a cleansing, healing journey where whatever that person was doing, they knew they were doing that to you. They were doing it on purpose. They weren't confused. They didn't accidentally leave you out. No, they left you out on purpose. And that person is not your twin flame. That person flared up some energy inside you that sent you on a healing journey due to their horseshit behavior toward you. Horseshit behavior toward you. They probably got something out of you, and then when they were done, they discarded you. So it's easy to confuse that energy with a loving energy. If you've been abused, or if you've been the scapegoat of your family, you might be used to that, but that's not positive. No. So you might obsess about this person for the first kind of half of your awakening, wondering what do they think about me? Where are they? Are they on their healing journey? I hope they come back and we can have union. Yeah, no. No. So I'm here to tell you, that's called toxic hope. And that person might dangle some kind of carrot in front of you to give you that toxic hope. But they still haven't shown up. No. They still haven't supported anything you do. No. If they come back around, they might just be a taker again. They might need help with their kid, with their whatever, with the That person is not your twin flame. It's called a twin flame catalyst. And that person's careless and mean behavior towards you, which often includes, here's what I'm doing with this person, but you're not invited. Here's what I'm doing with this person, but you're not invited. I used to invite you, but I don't invite you. No, it's called triangulation. And so that person may post on social media, they may do something to let you know that they're out having fun with anyone but you. Because it feeds that person's giant ego. So every time you look at that person's story on social media, every time you engage with them, every time you do that, you're feeding into that energetic cord back and forth. And that person, that energy vampire, is just sucking off of you, and they know they are. They're manipulating. That's why it's very important to cut those ties. to practice willpower. Say, I don't have any interest in what that person who had no time of day for me is doing. I'm going to concentrate on myself, and I'm going to heal. Okay, when I sneeze when I'm channeling, that means somebody has ascended in vibration. Now, let's think about it. Has that person given you an apology? Of course not. Have they totally ghosted you? Of course they have. Have they teased you with like little pictures and little things? Of course they have. Are you there just to suck that person's energetic ego dick while they give you nothing back in return? No, you're not. You're not. They may think you are, but you are not there to suck that person's ego dick who had zero time of the day for you. Except in the beginning when they could get something out of you. Then they used you up and threw you away when they were done. This is my card for the person who's pretending to be asleep, but they're really awake. Your real twin flame. So while this all happens, this is in Grossville. So you may not have seen this person in a long time. And what you're remembering is this toxic connection you had with this person when you both were in Grossville and you were vibing really low. You met this person when you were vibing really low and you were a good mark for them. They identified that you were a good mark. You may have gone through something very personal, very big. Yeah, they didn't see anything. No, of course not. Because they identified you as a mark for something they could get out of you. And then when they were done, they threw you away. That's what a narcissist does, the narcissistic discard. Do they think about you? Do you think about this. Do you think about the piece of garbage you threw in the garbage this morning? Do you know what it is? No, they don't think about you. They threw you away and they're using somebody else up now. And then they're going to throw that person away because that's what these kind of people do. So Spirit sent you to have an interaction with this kind of person so you will go on a healing journey by yourself. And the twin flame journey is a solo journey. That person is not your other half of your soul. That's a mean-spirited person who didn't give a shit about whatever pain you were in. Your real twin flame is over in Healedville. We've got Grossville over here, a river, and then Healedville. So what you're remembering about that person is your fuddy-duddy memories, is fuddy-duddy memories. It's some kind of mythological thing you made up in your head, the big fish that got away. Now that fish ain't so big and it kind of stinks. You met them when you were in Grossville. And that person is still vibing low in Grossville. They might be the fucking mayor of Grossville. They might be the most popular person in Grossville and they fucking love it. Just gobbling up people, throwing them away. So while you were by yourself doing all this spiritual work, going through the cleanse, the brutal awakening, Spirit was pulling you out of Grossville towards Healedville, where you have to swim across the river all by yourself. You have to want it. And then you arrive in Healedville. Healedville has all the people who've done the work. All the cool people. All the awakened people. The high vibrational, kind, loving people. They all exist in Healedville. You were never meant to be with that mean-spirited person who made you cry so much in Grossville. You were always destined for a twin flame mission with somebody or multiple people in Healedville. So a twin flame mission is not just about getting with this person you have weird energy with and having all sorts of sex and just it being about you two and fucking. No, that's not a twin flame. A twin flame mission is where two healed people come together and they work on something. They have some kind of project, thing, existence, whatever it is, that helps the community as a whole. So these two people were sent on this brutal healing journey so they could ascend up, join together, and co-create and help their community as a whole. Twin flames are meant to help their community, not just to hole up and fuck with somebody you don't know. That's not your twin flame. Your twin flame may already be married. Your twin flame mission may be a work thing. Twin flame isn't just sex and my lover. No. And you may have more than one twin flame mission with different people. Now, if you're lucky, you could get a lover, a counterpart, your divine counterpart, your twin flame. But that person is over in Healedville. It's not this person in Grossville who kept disappointing you over and over and over again. And you just sat there twiddling your thumbs, I hear, at the crossroads, waiting to see if this person wants to ascend up, wants to be in a loving relationship, wants to show up, wants to be consistent. Yeah, they don't. They would have already done it. You've got your whole destiny waiting for you in Healedville. So Spirit has cut the cord for whoever this is in Grossville. You may have an aha moment, like, I don't resonate with that person. Yeah, that person really was a taker. They teased me. They gave me toxic hope. So toxic hope is, I'm going to post this picture. And I'm not going to say anything, but this picture is going to resonate for me to fuck with this person. So, for example, if you say, something like never-ending carrot dingle, and then they post a picture of somebody in their story carrying a giant carrot. Yeah, so what that is we both know what this is, but I'm not going to acknowledge it, but I'm going to make sure you're still paying attention to me, because it feeds my big ego dig. And that picture that I'm instilling in you is going to be toxic hope. It's going to make you think that I'm playing along, I'm part of this, I'm going to do this, I'm all in. But I'm not. I'm just going to be a mute ghoster. All right? And sometimes they'll do those kind of things to triangulate somebody else. So triangulation means I'll give you attention because I'm trying to get this person jealous. I'll give this person attention because I know you're watching me and it's going to make you jealous. Yeah, the triangulator loves that. Loves it. It's the perfect supply for them. So we have to, and here's the final affirmation I hear. Affirmation. If this person has ever hit you, they are not your twin flame. It's very cut and dry. Your twin flame, your real twin flame, would never hit you, ever. So if this person has hit you, they're not your twin flame. They're your twin flame catalyst, and they're most likely a narcissist. You are most likely an empath, and they saw you as a good mark, and it hurts to hear that. But just know, whatever contract you had with that person is totally done. It's totally done. That person's like a tornado that just comes in and fucks up people's lives, takes what they can, leaves a bunch of toxic hope. Yeah, tries to get everyone to suck their ego dick while they're sucking their own ego dick. And then they tornado off. Meanwhile, you're annihilated. Yeah, that's not your twin flame. Spirit would never do that to you. You are not destined to be with someone who is so careless with you. All right? Especially if you were a scapegoat of your family. It's very easy to let those kind of things slide. Yeah, Spirit says, no way. You're destined for a nicer, greater person. This is my card for somebody getting left out in the cold on purpose. So this looks like Healedville to me. This is the masculine who's done the work, and the feminine who knows how to work smarter, not harder. So there is a power couple coming together. It's two people that have had an awakening separately. They both have done their own healing journey, and now they're at the end of their twin flame journey. Because we have to remember, the twin flame journey is a completely solo journey. And now Spirit is bringing these two healed people together to co-create. All right. So that card for me is the masculine who wants this beautiful feminine on their arm, and they like to display them, treat them well. And that might go both ways. Two people in Healedville, two sexy motherfuckers who did the work, are coming together. And they're going to be a power couple. All right? The masculine just has to come forward. Everything is set in the energy. The masculine has to come forward and ask the feminine out, something like that. So this is my card for the energy is just still right now. It's like anticipation. It's just, and as soon as the masculine turns on the fan, everything changes. As soon as the masculine asks the feminine out, everything changes. All right, there's your message. Let's see. Who's this message for? Who's this message for? Pisces, this message is for you. All right, yeah, and Gemini energy is often my energy for twin flames. All right, there's your message, Pisces.